Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jamuna Tiravanachari. Jamuna Tiravanachari. Jamuna Tiravanachari. Jamuna Tiravanachari. Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nitya Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Nitya Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Jaya Gurudeva. Hari Bol. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. So before we start, we'll recite some invocation prayers to to create positivity and nurture around us. You can repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Feel free to recite along with me. Narayanam namaskritya naram cheva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tado jayamutiraye nashtapraye Bhakti bhavati naishtiki Shrunvata swakata Krishna Shravana kirtana Hridyantasto hi abhadrani Vidunoti suhridsata Nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu Nityam bhagavata sevaya Bhagavati uttama slokir Bhaktir bhavati naishtaki Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Tinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Krishna Caitanya Ishwaram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to the Sunday Feast program at ISKCON Portland. Thank you all so much for being here. You could have done anything you wanted in this rainy Sunday. You could have slept under your thick blankets, but you showered, you put nice clothes, and you made it here by the pleasure of Sisinatai Sachinandan. So I thank each and every one of you. So we'll start our discussion today by driving all our minds to Dwaraka. I know some of our minds have been in Kumbh Mela recently. Well, let's go a little east, west. Let's go to Dwaraka. Let's be there. So in Dwaraka, what's happening is we are at Mother Rukmini's palace. And sorry, the cold has caught me, so I apologize. So we're at Mother Rukmini's palace, and she's eagerly waiting. She's thinking, oh, will Krishna come to my palace today? She's just anticipating. And then a messenger comes, or a tweet comes. So the words messenger and tweet are from the Dwapar Yuga. It's not something we created now in the Kali Yuga. So a tweet comes saying that, oh, Krishna has left Queen Satyabhama's palace, and he's on his way here. So then she immediately straightens her dress, straightens her sari. She starts cleaning her already superbly clean palace. By her cleaning, I mean she makes her maidservants clean. And then she starts having aromatic sprays put all around the palace, hangs beautiful garlands, makes sure that the water that she's going to bathe the lotus feet of the Lord is in warm, lukewarm temperature, and she's eagerly waiting. And suddenly she hears, pa-pa-ra-pam-pam, Raja-di-Raja, Yogaraja, Parabrahma, Sachidananda, Yadupati, Vasudeva Krishna, Deviki Nandan, Krishna Padara Hey. And everyone gets goosebumps. Oh, Krishna is here, Krishna is here. And Krishna walks so majestically onto the assembly. And then Rukmini is so ecstatic. She welcomes the Lord. Her sons go and hug the Lord. So she considers that as embraced, like her embracing the Lord. And then Krishna takes a nice seat she washes his lotus feet, sprinkles the water on everyone. Then they go to their inner chambers. They look into each other's eye. They start talking. They start catching up. And they're just immersed now. There's just silence, looking at each other's eyes. They're just immersed in thoughts and conversation. And then all of a sudden, Mother Rukmini begins to cry. And Krishna he's done. He's like, I'm so sorry. Is it something I said? She was like, no, my lord, you won't understand. And he's taken aback. He's like, no, I will understand. They say I'm the best husband around there. I'm the most handpicked husband there is. I will understand. If not me, who will understand? Please tell me. And she's like, my lord, no, never mind, you won't understand. And then immediately he says, Vedaham samatitaitani vartamanani charjana bhavishyani chabhutani mam tu veda nakashchan. I know everything that has happened in the past. I know all that's happening in the present. I know what's going to happen in the future. In fact, it's me that no one knows. I know the past, present, future. You tell me, what is it? What's bothering you? And she says, don't quote Shastra to me. And then she says, you will not understand, Krishna, because now the sun will rise and you will go. Have you ever thought what's in the mind or what happens to your loved ones? When you leave, that separation that we feel, that dejection, that despair, that disappointment, that grief, when you feel, you will never understand. Krishna was immediately going to say something. She's like, but Rukmini. And then he was like, you know how they feel. I eagerly think about the next person I'm going to see, the pleasure I'm going to give them, and I don't think about those that I'm leaving behind. At that very moment, in the distance, they hear this beautiful bhajan. Bhajmana Narayana 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 Lakshmi Narayana 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 Swami Narayana Narayana Narayana. Who comes? Narad Muni. So when Narad Muni enters the Lord, the same respects that Mother Rukmini provided him, he immediately welcomes Narad Muni, gives him a very nice soft seed, offers him water, washes his lotus feet, sprinkles that water everywhere, and sanctifies the place. And then they both catch up. And after some time, they both look into each other's eye. And then suddenly, Narad Muni begins to cry. And Krishna says, oh no, it's one of those days. And yes, Narad Muni, what happened? Why are you sad? You're seeing me. What? How can I make you feel happy? What happened? Why are you upset? And he says, my lord, you will not understand. He's like, oh no, not that again. He said, no, please tell me. And then he says, my lord, I don't know if anyone knows this, but I surely know that the Dwapar Yuga is coming to an end. End your pastimes here in the earthly planet and head back to Golok Vrindavan. And I am concerned about the well-being of these Kali Yuga people, these Kali Yuga rejects. What is going to happen to them? What are they? Krishna, you will go. So how will you go? Krishna swadamo pagate dharma jnana dibisaha. Krishna, you will go to your dharma with dharma jnana accompanied with you. And what's going to happen to these people who are manda, sumanda, manda, bhagyaki, upadrita? People who are quarrelsome, who are lazy, who are misguided, who are unlucky, and above all, who are always disturbed. I'm so concerned for them, because if you go, dharma and jnana will accompany you and leave. And Krishna was like, oh, that's right. And then Narad Muni paid his respects, left some food for thought for the Lord, and he left to his next place to glorify the Lord, or to make some snake his disciple. That's the glory of Narad Muni. So as Krishna retired for the evening, he was thinking, I have two things that I need to make sure I accomplish the next time I'm around. I have what my loved ones feel when I leave. What Rukmini, what Radharani, what Satyabhama, what do they feel when I leave? I have no idea. But I want to know. If not me, who can know? I'm the Lord. I'm going to try to know. Second thing, what's going to happen to these Kali Yuga people? How will they be saved? So when I come back, I want to make sure I accomplish both these missions. And who did he come back as? Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu Sisinatai Sachinandan. Anarpita charan chirat karunaya vartino kalo samarpaitu munnato jwalarasam swabhaktim shriya Hari purata sundara dyuti kadamba sandipita Sada hridaya kandare sfuratu va sachinandanam. So it says that the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Mother Sachi, he appeared in his most resplendent, radiant form of molten gold. He appeared in this age of Kali. Why? To bestow upon all of us what no other incarnation has bestowed upon, the most sublime, radiant mellow of conjugal love. Right? The mellow of devotional service. So Krishna made sure that I want to try to understand what Rukmini, Srimati Radharani feel. And the second thing I want to do is make sure that I do something for these living entities in Kali Yuga. And hence he thought, I need to come as a devotee. And in Bhagavad Gita, in fact, he goes by his own quotes, right? He is a personality of his own. He just doesn't talk the talk, he walks the talk. So it's said that the Bhagavad Gita is the manual of life. Everything, all the instructions of living a nice, happy life is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. So he refers to the Bhagavad Gita, and right in the center, how many slokas are there in the Bhagavad Gita? 700 slokas. So right in the 350th in those series, there is the secret of how a devotee should be. Anyone wants to quote? Do you know what verse I'm talking about? What's the mood in which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared? Quote some slokas that you know. Ananya's Chinte, Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter. Not that. Satatam Kirtayanto Mam. That's right. So he did that. What's the sloka right before that? Mahatma nastu mam partha devim prakritim ashrita bhajanti ananya manaso nyatva bhutadim avyayam. The great souls are under the protection of the divine energy, Srimati Radharani's energy. And they're fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as a supreme personality of Godhead. So what do these Mahatmas do? They take shelter of Srimati Radharani. And then what's the next verse? Exactly what you said. Satatam kirtayanto mam. Always chanting my glories. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dritavrita nasayamya namasyantascha mam bhaktya nityayukta upasate. Always great determination. What is great determination? Dridhavrita. And then bowing down before me. Namasyanta. They are great souls who perpetually worship me with devotion. So he followed these exact two slokas that he's mentioned. That's 9.30, 9.14. And so in the Kali Yuga, he came as a devotee, the best of devotees, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So actually, if you think about it, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the heart of Bhagavad Gita, right in the center. And thus he appeared. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu are Sabhay Avatar. Sabhay Avatar Sara Shiromani Kevala Ananda Kanda. They are the highest aspiration of the Supreme Lord. I want to share something with you all now, especially for people who are searching and who feel, they have not found the right path, or if you have any doubt that you are in the right path, hopefully this will clear that. So it is said that if you find a theology wherein the devotees cry for the Lord, you should know that it is some advanced theology. And now you find a theology where the Lord cries for his devotees, you should understand that it's even more advanced. But if you find a theology where the Lord comes in the form of a devotee and cries for himself, then it's just out of this world. It's subpar. This theology is just off the scale. And we are so fortunate that you will only hear about this theology wherein the Lord comes the form of a devotee and then cries for himself. And that's only present in the Gaudiya Sampradaya. So we know the word Gaudiya comes from the word Gauda Desh, right? But there are commentators who say is Gaudiya also, the word Gauda also means good. What does good mean, or gur? Jaggery. So it's sweetness. So it says Gaudiya Sampradaya also means the sweetest mood, the sweetest Sampradaya, the sweetest process, the sweetest relationship. Therefore, even if we go to Bengal, even today, we have the sweetest of sweets, right? And then there's, who sings like Koel? Bengali devotees. They dance so beautifully, so sweet. Their culture is very sweet. So Caitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very special. And today, by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, Caitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared in so many places. Prithivite achayata nagar adigram sarvatra prachar hoibe muro nam. He has come to every town and village. And he wants to go everywhere and distribute his unlimited mercy. And hence, he descends in our life. So now we'll start the topic of today's lecture. It's two goals. Like, I want to share, well, one about deities. And deities, I can go for my whole life, or the remaining of whatever life I have, talking about deities. Because the glories of deities are just like the Lord's name. Nam namakari bhauda nijasarva shakti tatrarpitani amita smaranena kala. Krishna has unlimited names like Govinda, Krishna, Narayana, Narsimha. Again, I can go on. So similarly, his pastimes are also unlimited, especially in the form of deities. The Lord has descended in the sweetest form of deities, completely dependent on their devotees. There's no other form of the Lord wherein we can actually develop a very intimate relationship, because he makes himself completely dependent on us, especially in the form of Gornitai. They literally have their hands raised. What does that indicate? They're surrendered. When the police comes or anyone comes, what do they say? Hands up. What does that mean? Completely surrendered. They literally have their hands. They're like, you dress me. You feed me. You make me sleep. You build a temple for me. Who is saying this? Anantakoti Lakshmis worship him, and he's saying that to us. So it's what does Madan Mohan tell Sanatana Goswami? Please, with this roti, give me some salt at least. He's begging. He's begging his devotee for some salt of all things. Not ghee, nothing exquisite, some salt. So he doesn't need anything, but he's completely dependent on the devotee, and thus it makes a very special and unique relationship. People actually sometimes ask this question: why do we spend so much energy, attention, resources, money in worshipping the deity? After all, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 9.26, Patram pushpam phalam toya myome bhaktya prayachati. Just with devotion, offer me a patram, a leaf. Pushpam, one flower. Not this whole beautiful garland that our beautiful garland seva team creates. A fruit. Would you see dangling on their mukut? So beautiful. They have like a bunch of grapes. Just a fruit will be due. A drop of water and I'll accept it. That's all he wants. But now our wonderful, kind-hearted devotees are cooking a chapan bhog for, maybe not today, but cooking a wonderful feast for him, right? Why are we doing all these things? Why aren't we just following the Bhagavad Gita, as I just mentioned, as it is? It's our instruction book. Why do we give so much emphasis to deity worship? Anyone has any thoughts? We'd like to make this interactive. Very nice. He himself is here. That's the mood we need to develop. This is not neem wood who's standing there. This is not stone. This is not metal. He himself is here. That's why we're doing it. So our hope is that we can engage all our senses, right? And hopefully our consciousness evolves and we truly become Krishna conscious, Sachinandan conscious, Nitai conscious. So when we see a beautiful flower, our first thought should be, oh wow, that will look so beautiful at the lotus feet of Nityananda. Oh, you see a grapes, rather than thinking of, oh, let me eat it. Now our wonderful Sudama Pran Prabhu, for instance, he placed that on the Lord's turban rather than thinking, oh, let me enjoy it, right? Or you get a new recipe, oh, let me bake this nice cake for Uni. If you know, you know. So now comes to question, when did this start? When did deity worship start? Like, when was Murti Seva introduced? And why was it introduced? It's mentioned in our Shastras. Anyone wants to give it a shot? But you can have a mic, Prabhu? So, Prabhu.
Even though it's not required for him to take a rope, but he took that avatar for devotees, and that's what I heard.
Yes. But he's saying a Lord Kapila for his mom, he took the form of a deity. Anyone else? Very good. Yes, Prabhu, thank you so much. Anybody else? Any reference you know of? Why do you think the Lord came in his deity form, and for what purpose? Okay, Prithu Maharaj. Yeah, not really. But yeah, again, there might be so many reasons, but let me share what I have come to understand. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 14, Text 39, it says, Drishtva tesha mito nrinam avajnanat tam nripa trayadishu harir archa kriyaya eka vibhikrita. So which yuga did he appear? Treta, Trayat, in Treta Yuga. But Mataji, I'll come to your point right now. So my dear king, who is telling this to whom? Narad Muni tells to Yudhishthira Maharaj. When great sages and saintly persons saw mutually disrespectful dealings at the beginning of Treta Yuga, deity worship in the temple was introduced with all paraphernalia. So when great sages and saintly people saw that, devotees or like people in general were dealing with each other with a lot of disrespect, they decided that it was time to begin deity worship in the temple, along with all paraphernalia. It's quite interesting, right? Because Mati just mentioned Dwapar Yuga, because there's another sloka which says, Kriteya dhyayato vishnum tretayam yajato bhagai dwaparer parichayayam kalau tad harikirtanad. So per this sloka, deity worship is meant for Dwapar Yuga, right? That's the dharma of Dwapar Yuga. And Treta Yuga, what do you say? Yajna. And then Satya Yuga it is dhyana, and ours is harikirtana. So is there a contradiction? No. Because so in the Shastras, it said that in Satya Yuga, recommended phase is dhyana. Treta, it's actually yajna. So frankly, even though the first sloka says that deity worship was introduced in Treta Yuga, Archa Vigraha has always been there. Even in Satya Yuga, the Lord has appeared as Archa Vigraha. So it's always been there. It's just that because of these dealings, and I'll come to that, disrespectful dealings at the beginning of Treta Yuga, deity worship was introduced in all paraphernalia, along with all paraphernalia. So we say that in Kali Yuga, Harinam is the Yuga Dharma. So Harinam just started in the Kali Yuga? No, it was always there, even in Satya Yuga, even in Treta Yuga, even in Dwapar Yuga. It was always there. It's just that this is the Yuga Dharma now. So even though Treta Yuga deity worship was started, the Yuga Dharma was Yajna. And then as people's lifespan and so forth decreased in Dwapar Yuga, the Yuga Dharma became deity worship. So hopefully that clears the doubt. So, and then it's very interesting, right? So the why is the interesting part, and that's the second topic of today's lecture. So why they're saying, why did the deities come? In order to change the disrespectful, or because there were mutually disrespectful dealings between people. So why, if there's some, mutually nasty dealings between people, what was deity worship to do with it? It's quite weird to think about it, right? So the thing is, actually, when we have a deity, the goal is to increase our sensitivity. When we have a deity, we worship the deity and we become more, as I said, Krishna conscious of Krishna. So the goal is for us not to only see Krishna and the deity, or Krishna as the deity, but to see the deity in each and every person we deal with. Because within us, Paramatma is sitting in a deity form. So our goal is, Sisinatai Sachinandane Bhagwan Ki Jai. So our goal is to see the deity within every living entity. Profound, right? I've never thought about this. And then when we see the deity within every living entity, naturally, what do? See, now when the curtain closed, what did we do? We paid obeisances. Similarly, if you start seeing deity in every living entity's heart, what will you do? You'll automatically become humble, you'll become kind, and you will prostrate in front of them. That is true Vaishnava culture. If we start dealing with people with great honor, great respect, and when we understand that Krishna is truly present in each and every living entity, we won't feel the urge to stamp an ant, to stamp a spider, and so forth. In fact, just pick it up and let it free into this world. We have taken its place. This was a forest. They used to live here. We built a house. I'm like, what are you doing in my house? Like, this was my house before. And because we are bigger, we are asserting our strength over it. That shouldn't be our mood. In Bhagavad Gita again, 5.18, it says, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Sunichaiva Swapakecha Pandita Samadarshina. Says a truly learned person with their eyes of divine knowledge, they see an equal vision. They see a Brahman equal to a cow, equal to an elephant, equal to a dog eater. So that's the mood a Pandit develops, and that's what we want to do. They give respect. A Pandit gives respect to each and every living entity. So one worships deity and one does not offer respects to a devotee. That devotee is considered to be a materialistic devotee, a prakrita devotee. So we worship Hari with all respect and with a lot of faith, but to each other we're not kind. To each other we don't properly treat another devotee, and even a non-devotee for that matter. What happens is this person is called materialistic devotee. In fact, that's why Srila Prabhupada, foreseeing all this, created the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. It's like the United Nations. That's what his mood was. He wanted a community where everyone has relationships of love, relationship of respect, relationship wherein there is no envy, no exploitation, no fault finding, no neglect, no inattentiveness, no insensitivity. Like, for instance, if you hear a devotee saying, oh, I lost my baby, our mood shouldn't be, even though it's written in Bhagavad Gita, oh, it's your karma. Isn't that being insensitive? We should be so careful. It might be the truth, but be sensitive to a devotee. Like, for instance, this is very unheard of, but if the deities, paint chips, do we tell the deity it's your karma? You should have been careful. Or we poke the deity. No, with a lot of care, you immediately apologize to the devotee. With a lot of care, you massage the deity. Same way, that mood we need to inculcate with our relationship with deities. Srila Prabhupada said that I have brought the spiritual world to this material world, and that is ISKCON, this society for us to practice lovingly. Now, you please don't bring the material world inside this spiritual world and fight with each other or have misunderstandings and so forth. So we should know that just as a pure devotee is not attracted to Krishna just because of Krishna's position. So in Vrindavan, frankly, they don't love God, they don't love Krishna because he's God. They love God because he's Krishna. That's how much love they have for Krishna. I can repeat that again. They don't think, oh, Krishna, you're God, so I love you. They're like, oh God, we love you because you're Krishna. That's their mood. They love Krishna because of his character, right? And same way, Krishna is more interested in the character of his devotees, not necessarily their qualifications, not necessarily their abilities, their power, their position. He is more interested in, he's not interested if you're like the most popular devotee, you sing the best kirtan, you give the best classes, you worship him or decorate him the most beautifully. If you're not kind-hearted, you're not sweet, you're not considerate, even he is not interested. In fact, in Bhagavad Gita, in several sections, Krishna is explaining what the character of a self-realized soul is. In the end of the second chapter, Krishna explains what the character of a devotee is. In the end of the 12th chapter, Krishna explained what the character of a devotee is. In the beginning of the 13th chapter, Krishna explains what the character of a devotee is. And then he goes on in the 16th chapter and so forth, because it's that crucial for a devotee to develop good character. So spiritual qualifications like chanting your rounds, doing a ton of service, following the 4 regulative principles, knowing the philosophy, being a powerful leader, having great responsibility at the temple or within our devotional society, it's all very nice. But the net result of all that is, if we don't have a good character, then Krishna won't be attracted. It is said that our heart should be as soft as butter, white butter, clean, white, soft, fluffy butter. Why? Because we know he loves to go and steal it. Who is our Lord? Makhan Chor. So we need to make sure our heart is that soft and sweet. We love examples, right? So it's like, oh, she's talking a lot, but who's actually doing it? The Goswamis of Vrindavan. They're such incredible devotees, and they have such deep spiritual knowledge. But above all, their character is so saintly. They had no enemies. Nobody was envious of them. Everybody loved them. It is actually said that the Goswamis of Vrindavan are called masterminds of bhakti. Number one reason for that is because they have mastered their own minds. So they're masterminds. Then they know the mind of their master, Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So they're masterminds. And then they have captured everyone's minds with their character. So again, they're masterminds. Everyone fell in love with the Goswamis of Vrindavan, not because they were chanting n number of rounds, not because they did so much austerity, not because they knew Nana Shastra Vichara, but actually because they had saintly character. It's actually mentioned in the Bhakti Ratnakar that when Sanatana Goswami he used to go to a village in Govardhan, everyone used to flock towards him. The young kids used to go and touch his feet and pay respects. People of similar age would go and hug him and embrace him with so much love. People elder to him would bless him and say, "Beta, continue this prachar, you're doing great work." They all loved him so much. And when he left to the next village with tears in their eyes, they used to eagerly wait till he came back again. And his mood was not like, oh, all these people have come, now let me give Bhagavad Gita class, or let me give Chaitanya Charitamrita class. Instead, his mood was to ask, how did your daughter's marriage get fixed? Did your father retire? Or how was the harvest this year? Did you grow any nice vegetables? How many vegetables did you get? How is your mother's health? And they trusted him so much that if there was any argument, they would go to him to mediate that argument and so forth. This is such an exalted personality, but still, because he was so kind and caring, they developed this attachment to him. So what it's telling us is that devotees aren't just somebody who has great spiritual ability, but devotee is somebody who has a very soft heart and a beautiful character, and who have mastered their minds and captured the minds of everyone. Even in our community, right, we see some devotees are so attractive. We say, oh, I met the devotee, she's so nice, he's so nice. Why? Because she knows 800 slokas of Bhagavad Gita. 700 slokas of Bhagavad Gita? No. Because she's so kind, she's so caring. He's so kind, he's so caring. So I'm talking about Sanatana Goswami, that's 500 years back. We have a very recent, maybe 50, 80, years back, a very recent example, and that's of Jayananda Prabhu. We've all heard of him and how kind he was. He had such a good character. He was so non-envious, so kind-hearted. When he passed away, when devotees were going around and collecting Lakshmi for the next big Rath Yatra or Janmashtami, they looked at his contact list and they came across this lady's name and they decided to go. And they were like, "Who are you?" And we're like, "Oh, we're coming from we're the Hare Krishnas, we're coming for this purpose." It's like, "Where is Jolly Ananda?" And I was like, "Jolly? Oh, you mean Jayananda?" Yeah, sorry, but unfortunately he passed away. It's like, "Oh," and she heard this and then she just began to weep. And they were like, "Oh, in our notes it's mentioned she's a very, hard-hearted person. Why is she weeping?" And then she's like, "I don't know anything about the Hare Krishnas, what you do, what you practice, what your goal is or anything. But I know if Jayananda was with you, you're good people." He never distributed a book to her. He never gave her a lecture. She never attended the temple. She doesn't know anything about Krishna consciousness. But because of his sweet honey-like nature, she was attracted. And he was able to conquer her heart. Isn't that fantastic? So Gauranga and Nityananda Prabhu, they're very, very kind, very, very merciful. And it says that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come in the mood of Srimati Radharani. Karunam kurumae karuna parite sanaka sanatana varanita charite. She's filled with karuna, with compassion. And her heart is extremely soft. And that mood, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared. So then we're praying that may we also inculcate that soft-heartedness, because only if we become soft-hearted will Krishna actually become attracted to us. And this is the whole process of spiritual life. A devotee is not defined by what they do, but a devotee is defined by who they are, right? And there are some ways to develop good character. So one of the extremes would be for us to think, like we hear all this, we're like, "Oh, but I can't be so kind to people all the time. It's difficult. Like, how do I develop this character? How do I make Krishna attracted to me? The all attractive, how can I attract him?" There are ways. So one extreme, as I mentioned, is us thinking that, you know what, I am not going to do anything about my character. I'm just going to pray, and automatically, by Krishna's mercy, if I continue to keep doing my devotional service, one day I'll develop good character. Do you think that's right? That is right. There's some truth to it, because in our Shastras, it says that Yashasti bhaktir bhagavat ya kinjanam sarve gunas tatra samaste suram. So in the 5th canto of Bhagavatam, it says, okay, by the way, devotees, I'm so sorry. I have butchered so many slokas today. But please, it's just my intent to share it with you. I want to quote Shastras because that should be our goal, right? We don't want to just say anything and everything. Our movement is so authentic because everything Srila Prabhupada says has Shastric evidence. We're not, once a person goes to a yagya and he sees a cat is tied in the center of the yagya. And they're like, "What is the meaning of the cat being tied in the center of the yagya?" And then someone's like, "Shh," and he takes him outside. "The last yagya I went to, they tied the cat there and put, so I thought that's how we should do. I tied a cat and put." The last yagya, the cat was being a nuisance, so somebody tied the cat and put. But because they don't have any Shastric knowledge, they're just copying everything they see. So to avoid that, I'm quoting Shastra, but my Sanskrit is not good, so I humbly seek your, I apologize sincerely. So what this sloka says is that if you render devotional service, then all the good qualities automatically comes. However, good qualities coming are also part of cultivation. Because if we don't develop good qualities while practicing devotional service, something unfortunate can happen. We can cause aparad. So if we commit aparad, then bhakti, whatever devotional service you're trying to inculcate, won't have that same effect. So what's the alternative? Can we force ourselves to become humble? Right? No. Because humility actually is a gift from Krishna. When you actually develop some love, then you naturally become humble. However, we still have to cultivate humility, right? Well, while we're in the sadhaka stage. Therefore, how do we say? We chant the holy name in a what state of mind? In a humble state of mind. Trinatapi sunichena tarurapi sahishnina amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. One should be more tolerant than a tree and more humble than a blade of grass. Why do we say a blade of grass is humble? Because you stamp the blade of grass, it bends, and as soon as you lift your leg, it comes up again, right? And tolerant than a tree. What's more tolerant than a tree? It gives us shade, it gives us wood for our house, it gives us fruits, it gives us shelter in the rain and storm. And what does it expect in return? Nothing. Just us axing it down, right? So that's the mood of a tree. That's why it's so tolerant. So now we express humility in the day-to-day, in the course of our interactions with the world, right? It's said that a Vaishnava, it's very important to cultivate humility. But we're in this age of Kali, we can easily say that, right? We don't want to be pushovers also, like devotees are so humble in the temple and everything, but when you want to get your work done, you need to get your work done. Someone is harassing you, like we know that story of that snake. Again, this was talking about Narad Muni going and getting a snake disciple, because the snake was, Narad Muni gave shelter to the snake. I'm not going to the details. And then the snake became a disciple of Narad Muni. And because he became a devotee, the snake was, always meditating on the Lord, chanting, like how we chant, like anyway, so the snake's chanting and everything. And then the village boys heard that the snake's become a devotee. And if you become a devotee, you're humble. So they started harassing him by throwing stones and beating him with a stick and so forth. So it used to hide and be away and so forth. So when Narad Muni passed by one day singing Narayana, Narayana, he saw that the snake is all bruised and beaten up, and he pays obeisances however he could to his guru. And then Narad Muni asked him, what happened to you? And he says that, well, everyone came to know I became a devotee, so, I won't bite them, they know, so they're just harassing me. And it's like, you have hoods. Krishna has given you a beautiful hood. Just raise your hood at them, don't bite them. Just raise your hood at them, they will know who you are. Similarly, our mood is to inculcate humility, but we should know, you should have a good balance. Again, in our Shastras, it's mentioned that Vajradapi katorani murduni kusumadapi lokotaranam chetamsi kono vijnatum ishvara. A Vaishnava can be harder than a thunderbolt and softer than a rose. And in both situations, it's a beautiful exhibition of Vaishnava character. So there is no time in which a devotee is not humble. He is always humble. She is always humble. He and she is always tolerant. But in certain situations, externally, they may have to act in a certain way. Like Arjuna, for instance. He was so soft-hearted, what happened? Gandiva samsrite hastat. It is even said in our Shastras that his Gandhi was so dear to him that when Yudhishthira Maharaj, his elder brother, for whom he has always put his life on the line, made fun of the Gandiva, he was ready to finish him. That's how much he loves his Gandiva. And that Gandiva was slipping from his hand. His skin was burning. He was completely desperate. Why? Because his heart is soft. He didn't want to kill his relatives. He didn't want to kill his brothers, his teacher, his great-grandsire. But he did, right? Because he learned what the Lord said. He followed the Lord's instructions. He was still humble. He was still tolerant. He had those Vaishnava qualities. But when duty came, he knew how to appropriately act. And he, as a Kshatriya, he fought the war. So Prabhupada says that, the anger of a devotee is like a deep ocean. On the surface, there may be waves. But deep inside is great calmness. When we hear memories of Srila Prabhupada, many of his disciples, if you've not heard it, I really urge you to hear it. Anda Shakti Mataji, Ram Tulsi Prabhu, they inspired us to hear this series, and we continue. So I'm passing that on by saying that it's such a nice way to spend your time, just being engrossed in Prabhupada's Leela. So it said that Prabhupada, if they do something wrong, would chastise them in order for them to learn. But immediately he's like forgotten about it. He's chanting and everything. A devotee doesn't keep things in their heart. So Vaishnava character is a cultivation, but it's also perfection. And among other major things that help us become devotees, Mahaprabhu has taught us through the example of Sanatana Goswami the importance of following Vaishnava culture. If we follow a Vaishnava culture, then automatically humility will come. So part of Vaishnava culture is, for instance, somebody comes to your house, and if they are your enemies, you just go till the door and say goodbye. If they're your friends, you go all the way to their vehicle and say goodbye. If they're truly your good friends, then you go halfway to wherever they're going back and then come back. Might not be practical in today's time and age, but the mood is to show that we have to create that, sensitivity, that care, that lovingness. So once we practice that Vaishnava culture, we'll have a change of heart. If I were to ask you now, close your eyes and think of a devotee who really touched your heart, touched your life, right? You're not going to think of, what the achievements of that devotee is, or what their abilities are, what their aptitude is. All you're going to think about is their character and how they made you feel. So, to conclude, if we teach each other in a community by good character, and ultimately we touch Krishna's heart by having a good character, that good character comes from worshipping the deities, becoming purified, seeing Krishna within each and every person's heart, seeing that deity in each and everyone's heart. And like that, we can build a beautiful movement that's full of saintly people, right? The world needs more saintly people. And that's what Krishna consciousness movement is meant to produce. Saintly people who make a difference in the world by their beautiful character. If I were to quote one more sloka, hopefully not spoil it this time, our mood in worshipping the deity should be such that, as you said, like devotees are mentioning, we need to call the Lord and see the Lord as the deity, right? Rupa Goswami, he actually says that in this beautiful sloka, he says, Smiram Bhangi Traya Parichitam Sachivistar Vistirna Drishtim Vamshinyasta Darakishalayam Ujjwalam Chandrakina Govindakyam Haritanumita Kishiti Topakante Ma prekshistastava sakhe bandhu sange stiranga. My dear friend, if you are indeed attached or attracted to your worldly friends, don't look at the smiling face of Lord Govinda as he stands on the bank of Yamuna at Keshigat. Casting sidelong glances, he places his flute to his lips, which seem like newly blossomed twigs. His transcendental body, bending in 3 places, appears in a very bright in the moonlight. So he says that if you're interested in family relationships, friendships, and so forth, don't go to the bank of Yamuna. In this mood of total love and attraction, we need to worship our deities. We can't go to the bank of Yamuna every day. We can meditate. But if we worship our deities in this form, he will truly reveal himself to us. So we worship him not just worship him, but also cultivate a good character. So I'd like to end today's topic here by thanking each and every one of you for paying attention, spending your time and coming. Hopefully if you've got some takeaway from this lecture, if you have, it's the blessings of my Guru Maharaj and also His Holiness Swayam Bhagwan Keshav Swami Maharaj, from whose lecture this lecture is inspired. Thank you all so much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. hopefully this lecture will inspire you to have a deity of your own, make him your own, cook for him, make him sleep, buy nice clothes for him, serve him, and truly become Krishna conscious or your deity conscious. Okay. Are there any thoughts, reflections, questions that we can discuss with the remainder of our time? Yes, Prabhuji. Do you want the mic?
I remember one Mataji at a temple that I visited brought up a good point in saying that I visited a temple and I wasn't greeted. It was my first time there, kind of deal, in her perspective, and she was, bringing up the point that we should make people feel welcomed because the character just goes such a long way, even 100%. If it's just a smile, a hello.
Exactly.
How are you doing? Yeah, and I'd just like to say that's one of the greatest reasons why I continue to come here because it's such a welcoming environment.
So happy to hear that. So all glories to ISKCON Portland Bhakta Vrinda. Haribol. This reminds me of something my Guru Maharaj also said. He was saying that he visits ISKCON LA very regularly, and after the lecture was over, he went and he's very inclusive. He likes to make sure if someone's standing lonely, he'll go make sure they're included, and he wants to give devotee care epitome. I feel he always stresses on devotee care so much. So he went and spoke to this person sitting in the back, and he asked him and just introduced himself, and he asked him, how are you? Welcome to our temple. Did you eat prasad? He just asked, and he's like, thank you so much for coming and talking to me. I've been coming here for 2 years, and it's the first time someone spoke to me. So we shouldn't leave it to visiting devotees to do that. So it looks like our temple is having a very good culture. So all glories to you. Thank you. My mom always says, a smile, what are we losing by giving a smile to somebody? But it can brighten a person's day. So as devotees, if we don't do that, who will, right? Sorry. Today's Ekadashi, so till the curtains open, we can quickly just say today's Ekadashi, it's a day of Upavas. Vas means to reside, Upa means to get closer. So our goal is to get closer and reside with the Lord, and that's why we take Upavas. For Ekadashis, we refrain from grains and beans. If we can refrain from eating altogether, even better, because I know how many moms or how many people in the kitchen have heard this question over and again, what's for prasad, right? What's for lunch? Oh my God, again. Like my mom, after lunch is over, or during lunch, she'll be like, so what do you want for dinner? It's like, don't ask me that. 365 days of that question, right? So our goal is not to be prasad conscious, rather to be Krishna conscious. Spend the day doing abhishek. That's a nice practice. If you have deities already, if you can't, bathe the deity every day. At least every Ekadashi, take an oath, like, oh, let me bathe my deity, let me do abhishek, let me dress my deity nicely, let me buy something nice, let me cook something special for my deity, let me chant my rounds. This is another big deity. So if you don't have a deity in the form of, Krishna, Shamsundar, Gaurnitai, somebody asked Radhanath Maharaj, where are your deities? So many sannyasis travel with deities, and he said, this is my deity. There's no difference between Krishna and his holy name. So if you can worship your chanting, also your chanting beads are also considered deities. All right, thank you all so much. Again, welcome to our temple. If someone's not coming and talking to you, please don't hesitate and go and talk to devotees. They're very warm, very kind-hearted. Thank you all. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhopi evacha patitanam bhavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Jai. Anantakoti Vaishnavinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gurudeva ki jai. Can keep our mats away, and then everyone can assemble in front of the Lord for Sankirtan, our Yuga Dharma.
नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा जय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा जय श्री हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Jaya Nitai Satyanandana Gaura Hare Jaya Nitai Satyanandana Gaura Hare Jaya Nitai Satyanandana Nitai Satyanandana Nitai Satyanandana Gaura Hare Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram
Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Gurudev
श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री श्री निताय सच्चिदानंद देव भगवान की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतक डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतक डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट जय ओम विष्णुपाद श्री गौर किशोर दास बाबाजी महाराज की नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट जय ओम विष्णुपाद सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर महाराज की नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट जय ओम विष्णुपाद वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथ दास बाबाजी महाराज की श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षट गोस्वामी प्रभु वर्ग की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगामाई जमुनामाई की जय। तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की जय। कलियुग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक एवं प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। श्री श्री निताय सच्चिदानंद देव भगवान की जय। श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव भगवान की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Is there anyone singing? Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Nara Simhaya Praladala Dadahine Allah Dala Hiranyakashi Purvakshahiranyaka Shila Tanganakalayi Narsimha Parato Narsimha Ito Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato yami tato narsimha Mitato Yato yami tato narsimha Vahe Narsimha Rudaye Narsimha Narasimhamadim Sharana Prapati Nara Karakamalabare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadi Shahare Jai Jagadi Shahare Jai Jagadi Shahare Avakara Kamala Vare Nakam Adhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadi Shahare Jaya Jagadi Shahare Jaya Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadesha Hare Jai Jagadesha Hare Jai Jagadesha Hare Keshavadita Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jai Jagadesha Hare Jaya Jagadesha Hare Jai Jagadesha Hare Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya 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 Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Srila Gurudev Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jaya Nitai Sachinandana Gaura Hari Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Jaya Nitai Sachinandana Gaura Hari Jaya Nitai Sachinandana Gaura Hari Jaya Nitai Sachinandana Gaura Hari Nitai Sachinandana Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Srila Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. विघ्न विनाशक लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की जय, भक्त श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री गुरुदेव की जय, हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल.
You can keep it right there. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Shinitai Sachidanand Dev ki jai, Shri Lakshmi Narasimha Bhagwan ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Vrinda Devi ki jai. Don't the deities look just gorgeous? Very nice. Oh, thank you to all the pujaris for doing such nice seva. Very much. Beautiful. We're very, very fortunate to have Shri Shinitai Satchidanand be our Ishta Devs, our deities, our well-wishers, the object of our affection and love. Let's serve them nicely. Is that one on? It's off, right? Or maybe the volume's just cranked up. Okay, so you're all doing okay? Okay, thank you. So announcements. Any first-time visitors? Anyone here for the very first time? Okay, I don't see any hands. Okay. Right, I was going to ask them, sir. Yes, I met them. They're very sweet. But we should do that. That's Prabhu's been here before, and your good wife hasn't, right? So can the two of you stand up? Where's Mataji? And introduce yourselves, please. So Prabhu is Narottam Vilas Prabhu. I don't see him here right now. Oh, there. Sorry. So this is your brother. What? Say his name. Akhil. Nikhil and Akhil. And your good wife's name? Aishwari. And your son? Ananta? Anantajit. Wow. And you're from India. What part of India are you from?
Born and raised in Mumbai, but native is in
Kerala. Kerala, but right now in Mumbai?
Yeah, at the moment we're based in London.
Oh yes, you told me that. Okay, so let's walk. They're here with the whole family for the very first time. Let's welcome them. Yes. And the other very important part, it's very nice to see you. Prabhu didn't come this time? He'll come. That's why Prema Rupa Mataji looks so happy. Nice big family, like home. So this is Narottam Vilas Prabhu's good mother, and she's been here before. And father will be coming soon, right? And then your mother, father are also coming soon? Up to Shri Shinitai Sachidanand. I'm very happy to see this congregation growing nicely. So let's welcome them with a loud Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Wonderful. Are you just here for a short time and then you? Okay. We'll see you again, or this is last weekend? Up to them. They're making your book. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Where in London are you? You're in London proper?
No,
Okay. So you're not near the Soho temple or the Watford. Okay. But England has very dynamic preaching going on. A lot of long history for devotees outreach. Okay, I think that's it. Yes. Okay. You're here, and I think I saw you looking at. Is that your dad?
It's my in-law.
In-law. Are you here for the first time? Okay. And your mother-in-law and father-in-law?
Yes.
Okay. And where's your wife?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hare Krishna. Do you want to introduce your in-laws?
Yeah.
Granddaughter's here too. Newborn. Okay. So introduce.
She's, 4 months year old.
Okay. And then introduce your
Yeah,
parent.
my father-in-law Umesh.
What's her name?
Umesh.
Umesh Prabhu and
And Harinakshi.
Harinakshi Mataji. Where you just came from India?
Yeah, they were here for past 5.5 months.
5.5 months? And this is the first time you're coming to temple?
We're busy with the baby.
Sure, I get it. I'm just pulling your leg. Where in India are you from? Bangalore, okay. Yeah. Mangalore. Okay, I got it. Well, thank you for coming. Welcome. Better now than never. When do they leave? Like in another couple of weeks?
Next week.
Next week, okay. You've had darshan before you leave. Come and take darshan again of Bhagwan so they can bless you and you can serve them, okay? Thank you. Let's welcome them with a loud Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Anyone else? Very first time? So before birthdays and anniversaries, okay, can we just have one conversation? Okay. Oh. So I want to welcome back some devotees back from India. I see Krishna Kesha Prabhu came back from his marathon Kumbh Mela session. How was that? It was good? Yes. So Prabhu went to India for the Kumbh Mela, Maha Kumbh Mela, right? And it was a wonderful opportunity. And Rukmini Prati Mataji and Anirudh and everybody must be happy you're back. So welcome back to your home, at least temporarily here. So thank you. And then let's see, somebody else. Yes, Mother Gauranga Prabhu and I saw Mother Gauranga Prabhu and Hare Krishna. So you came back from your trip to India. Prabhuji had to do the last rites for his good mother and had a chance, I think, to go to a yatra, maybe? Okay, so you had a good experience? Where's Tulsi? Tulsi is probably doing... You had a good time too? Nice break from everything? Wonderful. And Manjari Gopika Mataji is doing okay? She's in Puri, Jagannath Puri. Wonderful. Welcome back, Prabhu. Anyone else I missed? Yes, Prema Rupa Madhavi. Birthday on Wednesday. Okay, so Mataji, congratulations on your birthday. I'm suspecting that Prema Rupa Madhavi Mataji will make some amazing cakes and ice cream. So we pray that Shishanitai Sachidanand bless you with many years of service to them and to your wonderful family. You have a birthday in your family? I know, I was going to announce that. So today's Dhruva's birthday, right? 19th. So I see Jagdish Prabhu here, Dhruva's father, and Prabhu Mataji, of course, mother. Hare Krishna, Dhruva, how old are you now? 8. You're getting taller and taller every year. How is everything going? Happy birthday? You had a good birthday? That's not a good sign. He has to think about it. What did you guys do? Today, I guess today is your real birthday where your friends will wish you a happy birthday. Yeah. So we have a lot of Mataji's and Prabhu's friend circles here to observe Dhruva's birthday or belated birthday. So congratulations, Dhruva. I hope you're doing well and happy with your family and loved ones. So Let's wish him a Hari Bol also for his birthday. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Any other birthdays? Yes, Shweta. What's her name? Huh? Sneha. Okay. Going with the S's, huh, in the family. So it's Mataji's sister's birthday was on the 20th. She's in Mumbai? Hyderabad. Okay. So let's wish her a happy birthday as well. Hari Bol. Any other birthdays? Okay. Huh? Kid. Okay. Oh, Prabhu? What's her name? Sorry, Prabhu. Huh? Yes. I know your name, but her name. Akshara. Okay, it's Akshara. How old are you going to be? 5. Happy birthday. Hopefully you bring her here on that day and receive blessings of Bhagwan, okay? Thank you very much. Only daughter, only child, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, Parnika, don't be, Haribol, don't touch the altar with your feet, please. Go back to your dad, please. He's got a lot of energy. Okay, quickly, Parnika. Okay, convey our regards and wish for a happy birthday to him. Thank you. Okay, before I forget, we have, do you want to announce your achievement?
So I recently took my board exams, the first part of it called Step 1.
She's training as a physician at OHSU, just background.
So I'm a medical student there, so I took my board exams and I passed.
Haribo! There was no doubt in my mind that you would pass that one. Very mature, dedicated individual. Wonderful. It's wonderful to have devotees like you in the temple who are achieving nicely in the material world, but also dedicated to the service of Bhagwan. That's our great gift that we've received. Congratulations. I think you're still aiming at being an OB? Okay, so future children, you want to have kids, go to her. Hopefully she'll stay local. Congratulations. I didn't want to forget that. And then I think we can move on. So our next big festival is, please pay attention to this one. It's Gaur Purnima on March 13th, which is a Thursday. Outside of Janmashtami, this is our biggest festival. And a very important one because we have Shri Shri Nitai Satchidanandan on the altar. And Gaura Purnima is the appearance day of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most munificent incarnation of Swami Bhagavan Krishna. So there's opportunities for. Oh wait, I know that with all the birthdays and anniversaries, announcements have gone kind of long, but I'd really love it if people stopped having a second conversation. Okay, please. Okay. So we're talking about the appearance day of Gaur Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we try to celebrate that in a grand way, just like, for your daughter and for Dhruva, you want to celebrate in a grand way. We're talking about Bhagwan. So we want to do that. So opportunities exist for sponsoring deity dress, bhoga, and also flowers. Abhishek has been sponsored. So those opportunities exist for offering deities to dress to the deities. I don't know, is there something with the Matajis where it's like can't converse? What's going on? We don't do this at work, right? Please. So there's opportunity for deity dress offering, bhoga, flowers on that day. If you so desire, please let us know, okay? It's tax deductible, and you can give whatever you can afford or whatever you want to. no regulations. Okay, next. Today, like we said, it's Dhruva's 8th birthday, belated, and Parul Mataji and Jagdish Prabhu are sponsoring that for today. Jagdish Prabhu, is that the correct spelling of your name? It is, okay. My dad had the same last name, same first name, and it was spelled a little differently. Thank you very much for sponsoring today's feast. May Dhruva get the blessings of Bhagwan through this opportunity. Other opportunities exist for flower donations and Bhoga sponsorship. Next week is Narottam Vilas Prabhu and family for Rasraj's birthday. Hey Rasraj, how old are you going to become? 3? 4? You want another guess? 4, okay. So he's going to become 4. Congratulations. Next. Okay, so this updated calendar of upcoming visits of senior Vaishnavas. So His Grace Chaitanya Charan Prabhu is coming on April 14th to 15th. His Grace Dwarkadish Prabhu is coming from April 23rd to 24th. These are inclusive dates, meaning from start to finish. His Holiness Bhakti Anantirth Maharaj is coming. He's currently based out of the old Yugoslavia. Very powerful devotee. From May 9th to May 11th. His Grace Hari Parshad Prabhu is coming from May 14th to May 20th, inclusive. And His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu is coming June 25th to June 26th. And then to be followed immediately by His Grace Hari Vamsha Prabhu to July 3rd. So, that's going to be kind of a May and June are going to have some element of busyness in terms of programs. So, try to come to them. In July, most likely His Holiness Rampad Swami Maharaj. So those are the visits of upcoming senior Vaishnavas. I think we can post that on our website. Is Jayanita Prabhu here? Okay. Can we just communicate that? Okay. Next. So, how many of you were here for the previous dramas of the demons? I think maybe some of Parul Mataji, your friends weren't here maybe. How did you like it? So all of you who came here today for Dhruva's birthday celebration, please come for that. It's outstanding. So part 3 is going to occur. You want to say what? I can read it off, but do you want to say, you have a loud enough voice, what is it going to be about?
So this time it's going to be about the pastime of Damodar Lila.
Okay.
Krishna was tried in a mortar, but even in that state, he released 2 demigods, Nalakavira and Manigriva, who were the sons of Kuvera. They were cursed to become trees, so Lord Krishna liberated.
So it's a little departure from demons in Vrindavan.
It's about the demoniac mentality that Nalakavira and Manigriva.
Okay. So you'll have to figure that one out. But Damodar pastime is a favorite for most devotees, for the reasons Prabhuji said, that he who is bound frees those that are, unbound, apparently. So it's a very profound pastime. Please come, and that's on March 16th. Okay? We'll have announcements coming for that when you come. Okay, so today is Ekadasi. So it's fasting from grains and beans in order to engage in more devotional service. And today Anirudh engaged us nicely in chanting the holy name. And I only had, because of management issues, I only had a brief 2 minutes of hearing Prema Rupa Madhavi Mataji giving her lecture. It sounded very wonderful. Did you all like it? Tell me the 3 main things you learned on that lecture. Sorry, this is a teacher in me. Madhavipuri?
Importance of sadachara, or good behavior.
Importance of good behavior. Very good. Anything else?
Deity worship.
Deity worship. The importance of worship of Bhagwan in terms of formal deity worship. Okay? Yes.
And being kind to every living entity as a part of Krishna.
And being kind to every living entity as a part of Krishna. I get the sense, Prema Rupa Mataji, that we can probably keep going on. What else? Madhav? Good character, yes. Prabhu was, it's called Sadachar. Very nice. Yes, Prabhu?
How to develop humility?
How to develop. So how do you develop humility?
So one thing she mentioned was about doing japa of Krishna's Kirtan and continue that, and Krishna will be benevolent to bring humility in the person.
Mm-hmm.
That was one way she was.
Nice. Nice. This is the unique thing about this temple and Srila Prabhupada's desire, that we don't just come officially to be, come, see the deities, get their blessing and go home and do whatever we want, which is fine. But the idea is to cultivate spiritual consciousness. No other temple, maybe this is exaggeration, will offer that in this state. So this is a gift that you can receive through the mercy of our acharyas. I heard a little bit about the 6 Goswamis. It's their gift of developing love for Krishna. That's the whole purpose behind the temple. And I can see that all of you listened very nicely, which is good. Because the way we learn anything is by hearing. So please continue on. Anybody else want to add on anything else they learned today from the lecture? We had 3 very nice comments. Okay. So today is Ekadashi. So fasting from grains and beans, doing more devotional activities. So prasadam will be Ekadashi, all Ekadashi prasadam. And then you complete the vow of Ekadashi tomorrow morning by 10:30, 6 a.m. Tomorrow is also the great disappearance day of Sri Ishwar Puri, who's none other than you can come in. You can come over here if you want. Who's the spiritual master of Bhagwan Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. February 28th is the disappearance of Sri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. You can see him here on the altar, on the little photo there. And he's just in our Acharya tradition, great Acharya, and you can read about him in the lives of Vaishnava saints. And then Sri Rasikananda Prabhu, disappearance day. So you can read about all this in the lives of the Vaishnava saints that exist. Okay, next. And Rahul Thakur Prabhu, who's, and others, I know he'll be shy if I just say his name, are compiling appreciation that devotees are offering to Shri Nitai Satyanandan, which is nice. They're not just made out of wood or stone, they're alive. They're alive through our requesting them to descend into that form. Bhagwan is not a statue, Bhagwan is a living being. And he permeates. How do we know he's in there? How do we know that Bhagwan is really in there? Reciprocation. How do we know Prema Rupa Mataji is alive? Presence of Bhagwan in the heart. Bhagwan's not there, Atma's not there, it becomes a statue, a body. So we all have experience of this, right, with our loved ones. They leave the body and you say, not here anymore. What left? The spirit. You cannot see it with material eyes. So Bhagwan, if we believe that we all are living beings, then why is Bhagwan not inside there as well? So please appreciate the deities. So this is about appreciation, Shri Nitai Satyanandan. Humbly request everybody to turn towards the not so big screen anymore by current standards, but big screen, and just look at it, okay? And Rahul Thakur Prabhu, I think his intent is to interview more and more devotees from what I understood. Hare Krishna.
Just like a devotee has prayed for Bhagwan, Bhagwan has prayed for his devotee. This is called a relationship. This is called rasa.
आप निताई सचिनंदन के बारे में जानना चाहते हैं? भगवान के बारे में जानना तो बहुत बड़ा बात है.
Hare Krishna, I'm Devi. Devi Dasi, and I come to see Nitai Sachinandana here in Hillsboro, Oregon. Nitai Sachinandana are such wonderful, wonderful deities. They inspire love from many, many devotees. They give their mercy to all of us and encourage us in devotional service in so many different ways. And they are just wonderful deities. They love us, we love them.
आदमी फिर से आया मंदिर में, तो मैं उनको नहीं पहचान पा रहे क्या है क्या नहीं, 8 महीने पहले का बात है। तो बोला आपको याद है आप एक पूजा के थे निताई सच्चिदानंद के पास, थोड़ा सा प्रसाद के लिए इतना कृपा उनको मिला था, थोड़ा सा प्रसाद से उनको इतना कृपा मिला कि वो 6-8 महीना वो खींच लिया उसका जिंदगी। हरि बोल।
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A group of devotees are coming together to prepare a very heartfelt offering on the occasion of the anniversary of the welcoming of our very, very dear Lordships, Sri Sri Nitai Sachinandan. And as part of this, they are recording their stories and experiences in serving their Lordships. I encourage everyone to participate in this very sweet endeavor and share your own experiences and offerings. It will be a wonderful celebration, and whatever we offer from our heart, it will be enhancing the celebration. Please participate and encourage them in this. Thank you very much. Sri Sri Nitai Sachinandan Dev Bhagavan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much.
Above. So, you want to say? So this idea was from Rahul Thakur Prabhu and other devotees. So he just has something simple. I can hold it if you want while you talk.
Hare Krishna, everyone. As
donation box.
As Madhavari Prabhu mentioned in that video, we are looking for you to share your experiences. I know it could be personal, it could be spiritual, it could be anything material that Nitai Sachinandan just made it up for you. So the request would be for you to register. We have this box which will be kept near the staircase, and we have lots of index cards. So we have a lot of index cards, pens. Put your name, put your number, and we will contact you within this week. Only 2 requests. First is, today is Ekadashi, so use this opportunity to register. In fact, I'll add one more request. Second, we need to get this done early so that there are a lot of background work that needs to be done, and we need to be ready before April to get it ready for June. That's where the deity welcoming ceremony happens. So if you can do it as soon as possible, that would be good. And lastly, we are looking for volunteers. So if anyone is interested in helping out with this project, please reach out to Richa is there, Sumukhi Radha Mataji is there, Narottam Vilas Prabhu and Prem Rupa Madhavi Mataji are there, or myself. Please reach out and we'll try to work together and make this happen. Hare Krishna.
So just a quick question. I think what you're asking is for people to put their contact number and their name on the card and just put it in there. And then the next step is that the team will contact you so you can share your experience, your realizations. That's That's what it's all about. And you can do a record audio or a video or something like that, right?
Yeah, that's an important point. So if you are not comfortable with the video, we can even have it in form of a text or voiceover. Or if you are okay with video, we'll take the video, right? And we'll make sure that the sentiment which is there in your reciprocation is being conveyed here. So, Hare Krishna, Sishi Nitai Sachinandande Bhagwan Ki Jai.
It's a very wonderful endeavor. There's no cost, nothing. It's just offering your love to Bhagwan. Like he said, you can share, like, you may have prayed to the Lord for some benediction and, you know, what you experienced from that. Or you did a service for Bhagwan and your experience from doing that service. Right? Like, many devotees have done that. And so, you know, just personal. The whole idea is having a personal relationship with Bhagwan. Okay? So the box will be out there, and kids can also, the youth are welcome to put their names too, and put it into the box, okay? And then Prabhu will prepare, the team will prepare something grand for the offering to Shishinitai Sachinandan. Okay, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada's pastimes, words, Sripada Mataji will speak. And I think from what I was told, that the group is big enough that we'll need to split into two in order to have comfortable seating. So if you can, like, maybe half can go now and half can go later, okay? Maybe the Kirtan Mandali, the Kirtan group will continue, right? So, okay. Sripada Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So this share is from my godbrother Siddhanta Das, who he has been over many, many years putting together the Prabhupada Memories series. And it's Jagat Purush Das that's speaking. The thing that stands out, before I say anything more, it's like we don't think of devotional service as it has a hierarchy. At least we don't think of it in this way. So, Jagat Purush Das is speaking. The thing that stands out the most in my mind from the classes I have heard was, for some reason, this vision of Srila Prabhupada sitting on the Vyasasana and referring to a painting which was just in front of him on the wall. It was a painting of Srimati Radharani offering tulsi leaves to the lotus feet of Krishna. And in the background, you see the figures of the gopis looking on through the trees. Srila Prabhupada was talking about that painting and how Srimati Radharani was serving Krishna, and the gopis are assisting Srimati Radharani in her service to Krishna. And other gopis were assisting those gopis. Srila Prabhupada raised his finger and said, "So this is our philosophy, that we are the servants of the servants of the servants, and the further down the line you go, the sweeter that service becomes." I remember so vividly how Srila Prabhupada raised his finger, then moved his finger down and said, "The further down the line you go, the sweeter that service becomes." Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
We're all down quite a bit in the line, so we can experience the sweetness of that service. So please go ahead. You want to say prasadam prayers? No. Oh, more announcement? Oh, okay. So I've been announcing this Raj Bhog prasadam plate is available for $15 per person, $12.50 for more than one party of one. You just have to let us know a day before, okay? Hare Krishna. Huh? Okay. They're free Bhagavad Gitas. If anybody wants a Gita, they're here, free of charge. You can take one to your home, okay? And then lost and found jackets, they must be claimed by 3 o'clock today, or otherwise we'll have to donate them to Goodwill. They've been here for months, okay?
महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्रह्मणे वैष्णवे
स्वल्पपूर्णं वतं राजन् विश्वास नैव जायते शरीर विद्याजा जड़ेन्द्रियता है काल जीव फैले विषय सागरे तार मध्य जीवागति लाभमय सुधर्मति ताके जेता कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ा दयामा करिबारे जीवा जय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय श्री निताय सच्चिदानंद महा गौर प्रेमानंद हरे।